Oh, it's okay. 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 Welcome to Satsang. So let's start with our regular meditation. So let's close our eyes, look inside. And bring your awareness to whatever is the strongest thing that's happening inside. And keep your eyes closed. So take another look. And once again, bring your attention to whatever is the strongest thing that's happening inside. Okay, so one more time. This time, allow yourself to fall deeper inside. Okay, so when you're ready, you can open your eyes, come back into the Zoom. So I'd like to ask somebody who would like to share what happened for them. Nice to see lots of Russian-speaking people tonight. We have a good translator. So I guess it has to be Lakshmi to start.
Hello, everybody. Yesterday, I came home with a wonderful big smile and a warm feeling inside. And when the minutes passed by just in the meditation, the feeling was stayed, and the later the meditation went, the bigger this space. I felt a bigger space inside of me. Do you understand me? What I mean?
Right. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. and it was very wonderful, but it was so special because I felt this space, and there were some thoughts, and I thought, is it my body or is it only the space what widens inside of me? Very special. I can't explain it better. Yeah.
Right, right.
Mhm. Yeah.
And this space, it had no boundary, I think. Yeah. Well,
No, it had no boundary. Therefore, I thought, where's my body? Yeah. I had the feeling my body becomes taller, and the space widens inside of me.
Right, right, right. Maybe you're outside of you.
Yeah.
When you expand to infinity,
Yeah.
I mean, probably your body's too small.
Yeah. Maybe that's the feeling. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Right.
Funny, but nice. And I have so much joy and smile inside of me.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Oh, it's herrlich. Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a nice weekend.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
The last 2 weekends, in the one in Tripelia and the one here yesterday was, I mean, they were both very silent.
Yeah, very silent and deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
The same feeling. Wonderful.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
See if somebody else would like to share. Somebody Russian speaking would like to share. Lena, would you like to share?
Лена, возможно.
Okay.
Hi, John. Good
Is Lena
evening.
there? Okay,
Lena?
Elena.
Do
Okay,
you
yeah.
hear me?
Yes, we hear you and we see you with the purple curtains.
Да, мы тебя видим и видим тебя с фиолетовой занавеской.
Yes.
Right.
I'm glad to see you.
Okay.
Я рада тебя видеть тоже.
Yeah, me too. Yes, I was a bit disappointed I didn't see you last weekend.
И да, я немножко был расстроен тем, что ты не появилась на прошлый уикенд.
Так случилось.
Yeah, something happened.
Мне самой грустно, потому что я очень хотела попасть.
I also feel very sad because I wanted to participate.
Right. Okay. Well,
К
we'll
сожалению,
see.
на сайте не было информации с датами.
And I couldn't find any information with the dates on your website. That's why I missed it, and that's why I planned something else.
Okay.
But
Well,
now it's
next
okay.
time you have to send us an email, yeah, and then we can tell you.
В
Yes.
следующий раз тебе нужно email послать, и, в принципе, мы сможем поделиться с тобой.
Next time I'm coming is at the end of November.
В следующий раз я приезжаю в конце ноября.
Yeah. So what happened for you during the meditation?
Что случилось с тобой? Что у тебя было во время медитации?
Vanya, can you ask
I asked. Yeah. Лен, тебя не слышно.
Не слышно?
Вот сейчас хорошо, да.
Сейчас слышно?
Да.
Я когда подключилась, ребята играли очень красиво, и у меня уже такое тепло внутрь зашло. Я вспомнила то состояние, которое я переживала на ретрите.
When I was connected to the Zoom meeting, the guys were playing mantra singing. So for me, it was already warm feeling because it reminds me what I felt during this Sangha weekend, during the retreat time.
Right. Yeah. So maybe you put Lavanya on the background so I can see whoever's talking to me. Sorry about that, Lavanya, but so I must say you're looking very well.
Я должна сказать, ты хорошо выглядишь.
Thank you very much.
Спасибо большое.
Yeah.
You
Me-
too.
Me too. Yeah, I'm a bit older
Тоже.
than you, but I've got a few more wrinkles. But anyway.
Я немножко постарше тебя, и, в принципе, у меня побольше морщинок, но не столь важно.
Это не имеет значения.
It doesn't matter.
Right. Okay. So anything from the meditation?
Что-нибудь во время медитации?
Нет, ничего нового.
Nothing new.
Как-то я не успела нырнуть, потому что мало времени было и не совсем подготовлена была.
I would say that I didn't go deeper because somehow I wasn't prepared enough to do it.
Okay. Next time. Okay.
В следующий раз.
And see, maybe by the end of the meeting, you'll be able to fall deeper.
Возможно, в конце встречи ты сможешь глубже погрузиться.
Okay. So somebody else like to share?
Кто-нибудь еще хотел бы поделиться?
Maybe Radha would like to share. We haven't heard from her for a while. Would you like to share, Radha?
In the meditation, there was some thoughts coming in between, and also going again. And the most noticeable thing was that, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know, around the head, some, I don't know, like vibration and like a sound, but I can't really describe it.
Okay. And was this a nice sound, a deep sound?
I don't know, it's it's more like vibration, I would say.
Okay.
Not good, not bad, very neutral. I don't know.
All right. Okay. Okay. So thank you. Let's see who else. Larissa, I think we're meeting for the first time. Is that right?
Yes, you're definitely right. Hi, John.
Hi.
I'm
And where are you sitting?
I'm sitting in my colorful nest. I don't know, in my room at home. I'm at home. So.
And which country are you sitting?
I'm in Germany.
Are you in?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm in the southern of Germany, so in Freiburg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you sound very English.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Even to thank me so much is very English. So have you learned your English in England?
So actually no, but I live in a very big flat. So I share this flat with 8 different people. So and they're from all over the world, and it's yeah, it's a very, very, very nice adventure here. But at the same time, like yeah, so I feel a little bit excited. So I feel so excited. Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Why are you excited?
I think I'm flying today. Like I'm a little bit in the air. I think I am air.
Right.
So yeah, it's the first time that I'm here, and I'm very, very glad to be here and to just sit here and just try to be open for this meditation and just try to feel what happens inside me. And my belly is very excited. I don't know, like I feel so much excitement in my belly, but at the same time it feels so strange. Like, so I'm flying like a bird.
Well, in January, we're all flying to India. So if you're good at flying, maybe you fly with us.
So actually, India was one of the first countries I wanted to travel, and it started 6 years ago.
Right.
And so today I saw those days, or you know, like the dates of the retreat, and actually I have a very, very nice girl that I'm very connected with. Her name is Lena Shakti.
Oh, Shakti, your friends.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So that's why you joined this broadcast, because of her, I guess.
think so. I think so. It was crazy because it was my impulse. So I met her a couple of hours ago, and I don't know why, but today I made the decision to just join the Zoom meeting.
Right.
I can still not believe it. Yeah, so very nice to meet you.
Okay, good. Okay, Larissa, very nice to meet you too. Good. It's nice to live in a small community. I'm living here in quite a big community, she's probably told you.
I've heard a lot. Yeah.
Okay, jolly good. Jolly, jolly good. That's a bit English.
Thanks.
So who else would like to, Rajen, would you like to come through?
Hello.
Hi, hi.
Hi.
So as our number one meditator, what did you experience during the meditation?
Yeah, didn't feel like something very special, just something coming and going, and then falling deeper, and yeah, just falling deeper just happened by itself, and
Okay.
yeah, and then very relaxing, very pleasant, and yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, good. So before we move on to somebody else, I'd just like to underline what I was saying about India. Sort of just a few days ago, we heard that India is going to be open again from the beginning of November. You can have a tourist visa. And so we're absolutely planning now to go to India in January. I think it's the 8th of January or 9th of January until the 30th of January. So it's a 3-week retreat. And we're going back to the same ashram where we've already been for the last 20 years. So this is the 21st year of this retreat. It's hardly imaginable that we've been going every year. But it's a particularly nice place because we have the whole ashram. And we have our meetings up on the roof overlooking Arunachala, rather close to Arunachala. So gradually over the 3 weeks, you start to feel very connected to the mountain. And amazingly, also, we have a team of people who cook for us. Well, we make our own breakfast and they come and cook lunch and they help us with dinner. And some of these Indian ladies from the local village, they've been coming for many, many years, maybe 10 years they've been coming. And they're like meeting old friends every time we go to India, there they are. So it's very cozy and friendly. And as we have the whole ashram, I think it's going to be a very safe place for a retreat. And when you arrive in the airport in Chennai, you take a taxi, and sitting in the taxi, you arrive at the ashram. So it's a very safe situation, I would say. And we have quite a few friends in India, and they've confirmed that the sort of wild, mad days are over. They've been vaccinating many, many people. And so now everything is pretty relaxed with the virus there. So you don't need to be afraid. If you want to come, I would say you don't need to be afraid at all. I remember one year there was this tsunami, you know, there was a big wave that came out of, I think there was a earthquake under the water somewhere. And there was this big wave that came. And of course, it was about 80 kilometers or 100 kilometers to where we were having the retreat. And we got phone calls, you know, what about the tsunami? What about the tsunami? Is it safe? Is it okay? And of course, it was completely okay. So I don't think you need to be afraid. I mean, it's difficult not to be afraid because for the last year, the media has done everything it can to make us all very fearful. But I would say that in the last month, I've personally been traveling around Europe, and I've been vaccinated now, and I haven't ever got the virus. I haven't been afraid of the virus, and I don't think anybody really needs to be afraid about it. I mean, I'm the oldest person that's likely to come to the retreat, and I don't feel afraid at all. And I will be taking my 5-year-old daughters with me to the retreat, and I'm sure they will also be happy to come there. So if you want to come, this is a great opportunity. So it's definitely happening. And if something would change, because we never know really what's going to happen in the next month, if something would change and India has to close down again, then of course we give everybody a full refund. So you don't have to risk something. If you really want to come, tell us you want to come so we can keep a place for you. Okay. So is there anybody else I should say hello? Anybody want to say hello to me, maybe? Who haven't I said hello to? Lena was here the other day. Nalini was here the other day. I think I've said hello to everybody recently. So I think I'd like to talk a bit about this new manuscript. I think most of you have heard about it. There may be one or two there who haven't heard about it. So about 10 days ago now, I got an email from a friend in America telling me about a manuscript which has just appeared on Amazon. And he was telling me that it contains a record of some of the meetings in Ramana Ashram between different guests and Ramana Maharshi. And these were recorded in the 30s, in 1936. So that's about 85 years ago. And this manuscript, which is completely unformatted and completely unedited, is 1,400 pages. So it's about 5 volume material. And in the last 10 days, I've been dipping into this material and copying different pages. And I've started formatting and editing a few of the pages just to get a taste for the material. And tonight I would like to offer the first of my edits. You can find it also on my blog. It's the last blog entry, or the most recent blog entry. And I'll be putting up more from this manuscript in the next time. So the very first question that Ramana Maharshi was asked was, how do I obtain a self-realized state for myself? And his answer was, be still, be still. That is the practice, to be still. And on my second blog from the end, you'll find a better definition of this Indian word, suma ira, which is be still. And be still is exactly the same thing as my own teacher Papaji used to say. He used to tell us, be quiet. And of course, be quiet or be still is pointing to the same possibility. And this possibility is that we can become quiet in our expression every day. We can stay more with ourselves. And like we did now in the meditation, we can fall inside ourselves, away from the chattering mind, away from maybe the structures of our mind, which keep repeating many times every day. And we can fall into a deep silence. And the amazing thing is that when we fall into that silence, there is a kind of fruit. There's a wonderful fruit. And not really doing anything. In fact, it's more about not doing something. When we get to this stillness, we can find ourselves feeling the kind of things that Lakshmi was talking about, where you feel a kind of deep expansion inside. And instead of identifying with whatever's going on in your mind, you start to identify with a huge space, a huge, dark, black, shiny space, which completely consumes you. So like Lakshmi was saying, she didn't really know where her body was, because what she experienced was this very infinite space. It's a shining black nothing. And this is a very, very nurturing space. So what comes out of it is tremendous love and peace. And when you're in that space, you don't really want to leave it. You don't really want to come back into the everyday normal situation. So there's a tremendous feeling of nourishment, that I don't need anything. I don't want anything. So this is bringing up the question, of course, that if you're very much in this being still, how can you function in your regular life? So this was the other part of this question. And basically what Ramana is saying is that whatever is meant to happen will happen. So if you're meant to have a job, if you're meant to be doing something, then you will have this job and you will be doing something. If you're not meant to be doing something and you're spending a lot of time maybe sitting or walking quietly by the river, then you'll sit quietly and you will walk by the river. So he's really inviting us that the most beautiful aspect of being still is that the being still becomes our core, becomes our very nature. And whatever goes on with our body will go on with our body. And we don't really have any say in that. So the possibility is that we can really surrender to the higher power. And this higher power will have us working, or it will have us not working. But either way, we are going to stay with this inner stillness, with our being. And of course, in the beginning, that's not so easy, because in the beginning, we have many, many thoughts perhaps. But over some period of time, if you are regularly focusing on being still, you will find that slowly, 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 over a period of time, the thoughts will get much less, and the silence or the stillness will get much more. And this is really the main teaching of every spiritual tradition, whether it's Buddhism, Hinduism, whether it's from Ramana Maharshi, which is Advaita Vedanta, which is the idea that everything is one. Non-duality, for example, some of you may have heard of non-duality, which means it's not two. Not two, everything is one. So now we've got Ram and Raj joined us. Very good. The late shift is joining. So today I wrote to Ramana Ashram to ask them if they're going to publish this manuscript. And if they're not, we are interested to publish it. Would they like to do it together with us? We will be happy to support a team of people from the ashram who are going to format and edit this text. A lot of it is quite strange, but a lot of it is really, really beautiful. So I think it would be quite easy to find a lot of material that would be worth publishing. So today I wrote to the president of the ashram to ask him what his opinion is, and are they going to publish it? So it'd be interesting to see what answer I get. And I also wrote to our friend Ganeshan. Some of you have met Ganeshan. He is one of the three brothers who've been running the ashram for many years. His older brother left his body this year. He was the president of the ashram. And Ganeshan has been a dear friend to me and to our retreat for the last many years, actually, many years. So he normally will come and talk to us. I'm not sure that will happen this year because he told me that about 5 months ago, he broke his hip. And he's probably a bit older than me, and it's taken him now 5 months to recover from the operation. He had to have an operation, and I think he's very quiet and feeling not really very strong. So whether he'll be able to talk to us, I don't know. But anyway, it's been very exciting in the last day or two to have this text reminding me of India, and then writing these letters to the ashram and to Ganeshan. And we've also been in contact with Usha. You remember this lovely Indian woman who comes to talk to us in the retreat. So we've been on the phone to her. She works as a dentist, and she's told us that things are becoming quite okay again in India. I think about 6 months ago, things were quite difficult there. But even though it's such a vast country, they have a very good network of health practitioners or clinics. And so they've been vaccinating many people. I think India is the country where they manufacture the most vaccine. So they've also, of course, manufacturing for themselves. I think they've even kept 1 dose for Raj, actually. So there's several billion doses And they've kept one special one for Raj. When he arrives in Chennai airport, there'll be a lovely Indian woman will come forward and present him with his vaccine, specially packaged. Okay, so then he was asked another question: can meditation or self-inquiry be carried on in the midst of worldly activity? And Ramana replied, the feeling I am working is the hindrance. Inquire, who works? Who works? Remember to ask yourself, who am I? Every time such false notions of doership trouble you, then no work can bind you. It will go on automatically. Make no effort either to work or to renounce work. Your effort is the bondage. Simply perpetually remain as you are, mind merged in its source, so as to be indistinguishable from the beingness of the self. And do not bother about the question of whether the body ought to work or to idle its time away. If you remain non-attached, neither attached nor detached, neither attached nor detached, for both are voluntary actions. The body will effortlessly carry it through whatever activities are meant for it in this life. You remain surrendered to the self. Everything else disappears. No more questions, doubts, or misgivings arise. This is the way for unshakable Shanti. And Shanti, of course, means peace. So this is actually, I think, Ramana's fundamental teaching. So it was my first choice to edit. It's only quite a short, it's just less than a page of text, but it somehow goes right to the depths of our question, yeah? Because as soon as we start to become quieter, there is some kind of pull to kind of sit and not really function very much in the world. But he's saying that the hindrance is the idea that I am working. And he's saying, investigate who works, investigate who am I. And when you do that, you find yourself getting unattached again and being able to just automatically do what has to be done, to automatically do what is your particular task in life. And at the same time, you can make this spiritual work, because there's no, how can I say, they're not opposites. They're not in opposition to each other. So his main practice was self-inquiry, who am I? And he always suggested that when you first start practicing self-inquiry, during the beginning time, the best thing is to sit with your eyes closed and ask yourself this question, who am I? Yeah? Who are the thoughts arising to? Who are the thoughts arising to? Me. And then who is this me? And the second question is left without an answer. And of course, the answer to the second question is to your essence, to your being. So by practicing this self-inquiry with your eyes closed, sitting quietly, you can gradually get into a kind of easy working ability with it. And in the beginning, it's not quite easy, because if you do it while you would be doing some activity, you almost certainly will get caught up on the activity and not be able to do the self-inquiry. So he suggested in the beginning, you sit quietly with your eyes closed, look inside and ask yourself this question of, to whom are the thoughts appearing? And at the same time, once you have got this working easily, smoothly, then he suggests that then you take it into your normal life, whatever your normal life is, and then you constantly through your day, you ask yourself this question: who am I? Who am I? Who is working? Who is sitting? Who is driving? Who is talking? And by doing this constantly, you're constantly reminding yourself to come back to your essence. In the beginning, it's somehow something you have to do. It's like a doing in the beginning. It's like a sort of practice in the beginning. But you'll find that as the weeks go on into months, you'll find it gets easier and easier and more smoothly. And at some point, you can find exactly like Ramana is saying, it goes by itself very easily. And you can do what your body can do, whatever your body is meant to be doing at any time. He was also saying that when you do this constantly through the day and you do it until you're going to sleep, once you go to bed, it will continue through the night by itself. So this is a very interesting practice, which I've been teaching now for many years, and many people got a really good result from this practice. So if you feel you would like to have some kind of spiritual practice, then trying this self-inquiry would be a strong recommendation. Would anybody like to share about their experience of self-inquiry? Kashi, how about you? Would you like to share with us about self-inquiry? Here she is. Here's Kashi. She's going to share something.
When you were talking, I was already questioning myself, but I was already quite quiet in myself during the meditation. But for me, it is also when we have a day, when we do a whole day, it brings me very much deeper silence. So it is, yes, it brings me to the self. And I also feel now, when I ask myself, that it becomes immediately quiet in my head and feeling more space.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we sometimes do a whole day of this inquiry together in a group, and nearly always people then have a very deep experience. Yeah. Okay, good. We're going to see you soon in a few days.
Yes.
Okay. What's that? Okay. Anybody else got some experience of self-inquiry would they like to share? Raj, you're just coming to the meeting. Would you like to share? You're a bit of an expert on the self-inquiry.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I forget sometimes, but It's working, yeah. It's working.
Right, right. Yeah. And when you don't forget and you're doing it for, say, a few days, you get a benefit, I think, yeah?
Yes, of course, of course. And yeah, for sure in group, it's very much easier in group.
Right.
But yeah, the challenge is not to forget on your own.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, that's the whole thing, really, to remember, yeah, to remember ourselves.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's not so easy when you're dealing with people in the society, when you're dealing with lots of tasks, then you can easily get kind of caught up in that stuff.
Absolutely.
So you're an expert on that too, yeah? Not only are you an expert on self-inquiry, but also on getting caught up.
Probably.
Okay. So, Topaz, have you tried self-inquiry?
Yes, I try to do it very often in every moment, and I also try to ask what I'm not when I'm too much involved in the situation. I see that I'm not this, so I inquire.
Right.
It's like a mantra. I say to me that I'm not this, like a negation.
Right, right. Okay, so you have your own style of self-inquiry, it seems.
Maybe it's yes.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, if you have enough awareness to keep yourself focused, to see that the things that are coming up is not really you, and you don't then get attached to it, then that's a great way of staying aware, I think. Because it's very easy to get caught up with something, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Did you want to share something else?
No, at the moment, no.
Okay. Okay, good. Somebody else. Maybe Lena. Would you like to share, Lena? You were with me last weekend when we spent a whole day doing self-inquiry. Would you like to share the effect of that on you that day?
Очень интересный был опыт,
It was very interesting experience
потому что сначала мне все время приходили в голову какие-то мысли,
because in the beginning I have so many thoughts in my mind,
и я их высказывала.
and I was like speak them out.
А потом просто все остановилось. Я уже ничего не могла сказать.
And then this flow just stopped, and I didn't want to tell anything.
Просто как бы осталось, ничего, никаких мыслей.
So I had
Yeah.
nothing, any thoughts, silent.
And this is then very beautiful, yeah?
И это очень красиво, не правда ли?
The thoughts stop, and then suddenly you have this very lovely feeling inside.
Когда мысли останавливаются, и вдруг у тебя появляется это очень любовное, это ощущение внутри.
А я еще хотела спросить.
I was also wanted to ask you.
в течение дня у меня вот после нашей встречи
During the day after our meeting,
Right.
я не задаю себе вопрос, кто я, но просто приходят моменты как бы осознавания.
I don't ask myself who am I, but sometimes I have this feeling that somehow I recognize it.
Нету мыслей,
Чего? Нет мыслей?
мыслей.
I don't have any thoughts.
И как будто бы наблюдатель какой-то возникает.
And somehow I watch myself from a side.
Right. So for the whole week since last weekend, it's been like that, very quiet.
Это происходит уже на протяжении недели после вот уикенда, который у нас был.
Ну, у меня было такое раньше, но очень редко.
I had such kind of feeling before, but very rare.
Right.
А
But this week,
после нашей встречи это происходит часто.
But after our meeting, it's become more often.
Right. Good. Yeah. So this is a possibility, yeah, because you spent 2 days with us, and we did one day this intense exercise of who am I in a whole group of people, and it's always somehow more strong when it's a group of people than just doing it by yourself. But I can see on your face that the energy has somehow continued. You've got a kind of quiet glow about you.
Это своего рода как классная возможность, потому что ты провела с нами все выходные, но когда ты делаешь это в группе людей, то это более интенсивно, энергетически более сильно. И, в принципе, я даже вижу по твоему лицу, что оно изменилось, и ты стала более как вот живой, сияющий.
I think everybody can see that, you know, it's like
Все видят это.
like a warm smile, and your whole face is smiling.
Как теплая улыбка, и все твое лицо улыбается.
Yeah. You have to be careful, or your husband will think you've got a new lover.
Тебе нужно быть аккуратной, потому что твой муж подумает, что у тебя появился любовничек.
You can't look too good. You have to be a bit careful.
Тебе не нужно так хорошо выглядеть, тебе нужно быть аккуратной.
The next time you have to bring your husband, and then he can see it nothing to do with the new lover.
В следующий раз тебе нужно привести мужа и показать, что там нет никакого у тебя нового любовника.
Okay, good. Okay, nice to talk to you.
Классно поговорить с тобой.
Parvati, you're looking very quiet. I understand you've been doing some wonderful cooking. Would you like to share something?
Parvati.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Yes, I like to share from the meditation. It was new because normally I come very fast to this big space.
Yeah.
And what was this time new is that from the space there was like a very deep root went into the earth or whatever. It was not only the space, there was a big root also inside of me. This was somehow new.
So you felt very grounded, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this was beautiful because it's always a bit that I don't feel that I go inside. It is more I expand. It's not like inside. Inside what?
Right. It's like any idea of inside and outside that kind of merges into a big space.
Yeah, so this inside is not really inside. So it's a help maybe when you never did it or something, then you have, you go inside, like you take your senses from the outer world. And I think this is what you mean in this moment.
Right. Right.
And what I also can share is if I'm in a drama or something, the self-inquiry is not so helpful for me. It is more this: what is the strongest? This is what I'm doing then in this moment, and that brings me immediately to the space. Also, even if my mind expects that this drama, what the thoughts which are going on, would be the strongest, most of the time it's not like that. And so I can see that the stillness is really, really close, even when there is a little drama about whatever there.
Right. It doesn't really have to disturb so much.
Yeah, and this is very beautiful to experience then, that it's really, really close, and it's not going away, or you cannot lose it in this.
All right. Yeah. Good. Okay. Well, we're going to see you in a few days.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow you're coming. Oh, already tomorrow. Oh, too quick.
Take care.
Okay. So we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, let's see. What's the time? Oh, we have some more time. And if anybody has any particular thing they'd like to talk to me about, of course, you're welcome to come through. Otherwise, we're going to ask Madhu to tell us about self-inquiry. You were there last Sunday when we were doing the exercise. So Madhu is living in the very far south of Ukraine.
Маду живет на юге Украины, далековато от Киева.
Да.
Can you see the sea from where you live? Are you close to the water?
Видеть море от того места, где ты живешь? Ты близко к воде?
Ну, сейчас почти 80 километров от воды.
Right now, I'm 80 kilometers away from the water.
Да, но я...
80?
80.
Okay.
Но я планирую в ближайшие пару дней посетить свою воду.
But in the next days, I will go to the sea side.
Okay. Is it nice? Is the weather nice now?
Погода хорошая сейчас?
Да, ну, солнышко днем, но вечером очень холодно. Кутаюсь, сижу.
Sunny during the daytime, but in the evening it's quite cold. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So tell us something about self-inquiry for you. You were there last Sunday.
Расскажи, как у тебя проходит это самовопрошание, что-то вот из этого упражнения. Ты была с нами в прошлое воскресенье.
Да, прошлое воскресенье очень было для меня, ну не то чтобы необычно, но это был, наверное, первый опыт такого тихого вопрошания. И
Last Sunday, I would say that it was unexpected and unusual experience for me because during this exercise, I felt very quiet.
Right. But you felt very quiet before, haven't you?
Но у тебя было вот это вот опыт тишины до этого.
ну, становится все тише и тише.
It's become more quiet and quieter.
Сегодня была тоже очень тихая медитация.
And today I also had very quiet meditation.
Да, и как вы говорили, возвращаться, действительно, ты понимаешь, что ты уже в том месте, из которого даже не хочется возвращаться.
And it's true, when you just somehow touch this space, you don't want to come back.
Right. Yeah.
Ну, да, я вернулась домой, здесь много всяких вопросов, рабочие, бытовые. И у меня тоже появилось еще одно такой вот опыт самоупрошания, можно так сказать. Я еще себя спрашиваю, что сейчас не дает тебе быть счастливой?
I came back home and I also like very busy right now with everything, and also I also some question appear. I ask myself what how to say it, why are you not happy right now? I ask myself.
Right. Okay. And you get some answers?
И ты получаешь какие-то ответы?
Ну, я притихаю и немножко вот могу тоже быть наблюдателем, и это очень интересно. Что же действительно мешает наслаждаться моментом?
I go to the silence and also watch what actually against to eat for me to be happy.
Right, right. Yeah, this has been working for you now for some months, I think, yeah?
Мне кажется, на тебя это уже работает в течение нескольких месяцев.
Okay, good.
Классно, хорошо.
Okay, who else have we got here? Is Anushka there, or she's not on her camera? Are you there, Anushka? Maybe not. We have Kamala even. So what happened to, did you like to say something about self-inquiry?
A few
Where is
times,
she?
like continuously, and it always then stopped after a while. I always kind of lost the connection to it. For example, I think last year in summer I did it after the Spain retreat for some time, and then after a while, yeah, I lose the connection to it. Then I make it a mental thing. Then I ask like, who is it, and then it's not like alive anymore inside.
Right, right. But you've done the group practice of self-inquiry. You've done that many times. Okay.
It's really powerful.
It's what?
That's very powerful.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It always helps.
Okay. Anyway, it's good to see you looking a little bit more jolly good.
I feel very relieved, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean? You're very relieved.
It's just good to be open again, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good, yeah.
Right. Right.
And then somehow everything makes sense again.
Right. Right. Well, if you can come through this big structure of yours, which you kind of got involved with recently, I mean, this would be a major change in your life. So you have to bring, well, it's good if you can bring your awareness in those moments when, you know, there's something to do and you don't do it, or you say you do it, but you don't do it, or whatever it is. You know? Just to be honest about how you're functioning. There's no how can I say, there's no punishments, you know, no punishment. Except the punishments you give yourself. You know?
Yeah, I'm very used to this idea.
Okay. All right. So I don't see Anushka. Is she in the meeting? I think she's got a name there, but she's not there. Dear is also not there. Govinda, you will probably have something to say about self-inquiry.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Okay, it works. Self-inquiry for me, I mean, it worked in the exercise when we did it all together sometimes, but besides that, the only practice I would do is just to let go. Like this is like my self-inquiry, like this inner thing, like let go, and then it's like it happens by itself. Then that there is more space. I don't need to do anything. And of course, like every exercise, sometimes it works and sometimes it just doesn't work. Which is just like there's always a flow of this exercise and not doing exercise and then doing exercises again, and yeah, sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Always moving.
Okay. And tell me, you're one of the people that looks after our parrot, yeah?
Yes.
Picasso, the parrot.
Yes.
So do you find sometimes that you can come into a deep meeting with him?
I mean, I would say the way I meet him is just evolving all the time. I wouldn't say it's sometimes happening, sometimes not. I would say like in this 5 or 6 years, the connection has gotten much deeper. I know how he needs to stand on the hand. I know how I need to touch his body, and it's like more synchronized now. And I can do a lot of stuff which is very touching for people also to see. And yeah, also for me to experience. Like I can now give him different kind of massages. For example, I can give him a kind of let's say kind of some deep muscle, or sometimes like only a soft massage, and I can play sometimes a little bit aroused, like with aroused sexual energy, and sometimes like more of a just body.
You're having sex with Picasso, are you?
Well, that depends on how you define that. But I can go into the sexual energy with him, but I choose at some point to know to cut it or to go into a more kind of, let's say like massage energy, like a professional masseur, like not really sexual, but just professional massage or something. So that I don't end up in bad situations.
In bed with him, did you say?
Yeah, I don't end up in a bad situation or in the situation I don't want.
You said bad situation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the same also happens to me with Bilka, with this dog in the Ukraine. You see, because he also always comes, and I don't know what about this Bilka dog, but when she comes to me, she always lays on her back and she gets immediately hypersexual and wants to have kind of sex. And then I also do these deep, slow movements on her and give her like a normal massage. And this is kind of grounding for her, because it's like, seems to be, working.
All right. So you're having sex with dogs and parrots.
Well, I choose not to, but I play with the
energy. Okay. You can be the parrot whisperer.
Yeah.
And what about self-inquiry? Do you try it sometimes?
Yeah, as I just said, in the exercises it can be very powerful, but during the daily life, the only exercise I would do is to just let go of everything, or to just remember to just let go of taking it this seriously.
Right.
And like right now in this meeting, from the time I joined, I immediately, it was even before the exercise, I already could feel a lot of space and a strong energy. So it wasn't about doing this exercise which you do in the beginning. It was just somehow out of the connection to this meeting that I fell deeper.
Okay, right. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So maybe one more person would like to share. Anybody else like to share? I think I've more or less invited everybody. Shall we ask Danny to come? I haven't talked to you for a while. Would you like to have a talk?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, and we can see you.
Okay, good. Yeah, it took me a while because I had to bring my children to bed. So that's why you sometimes can't see me, and now it works.
Are they sleeping?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So have you tried self-inquiry?
Yes, I try to do it every day.
Right.
But it's really more like Govinda or also Tobias said. For me, it's the situation which trigger me when I feel stressed or when I feel strong emotions. Then the moment comes when I realize, okay, it's just my thinking mind, and I can release it and go into that space again. And often I can really do it, not always, of course, but yeah, it really helps me during the day just to realize I'm in that trouble thing again. And yeah, that helps me a lot.
All right, all right. Okay, good, good.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you live? Do you live anywhere near where we are?
I live in Meppen, that's near Osnabrück.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a fair distance, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to the house here?
Yes, I've been 2 times, and one time I also did the self-inquiry in the group, and that was really good. Yeah, that was amazing because, as you already said, it was I went so deep, and after that self-inquiry, in between we went to have lunch, and we didn't talk, and I really felt like I don't want to talk again. It was so deep. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very beautiful to discover how lovely it is not to come into this kind of chit-chatty storytelling, you know, just to be quiet and feel with all our different possibilities, smells and touching and all these different ways we can communicate.
Yeah, and you go more into your inside and away from that outer world. Yeah.
Right. Good. Okay, nice to see you again.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Okay. So I think unless anybody wants to rush to me now, I think we'll anybody puts their hand up immediately, we're gonna stop now. And so I just remind you again with this breaking news that we're definitely going to India. We can't really quite believe it. And I think maybe tomorrow, or the next day, there'll be a mail coming around and asking that if you're interested, to tell us you're interested. And then next week, there would be some, how can I say, we'll have worked out more the practical details of it. But it seems that the ashram where we always go, the last time we were there, they were redoing the roads. It was very, very noisy. But apparently the roads are all finished. Nobody's building a house. And so it could be quite quiet and lovely this year. So that's what we're told. But Indians' idea of quiet and our idea of quiet is a bit different, of course. Okay. Okay, so I'll say goodbye, and I'm back again next Thursday. So I'm going to alternate Tuesdays and Thursdays. So people who are busy on Tuesday, they can come on Thursday. So there'll be a meeting next Thursday. And by then I'll have edited another one of these Ramana manuscript dialogues, I hope. Yeah. Okay, good, very good. Nice balance of East and West tonight, very good.